Donkeys versus the Hilton Eagles A team. We are currently updating the score to reflect currently 0-0. Excellent D there by the Donkeys player. Looks like, oh, back-to-back Ds. This looks already like it's going to be a cracker of a game. The Eagles now on offense as they are looking to capitalize and make it through, get a score. Unfortunately, a drop disc there, allowing the Donkeys to retain or get possession with a massive huck long, but a very good D by the Eagles team. Scores are 0-0. We are tuned in to the game with myself, Daniel McKenzie, and we have joined alongside me Chepo, who is looking quite fantastic, I might say. You can't see him, he's behind the camera obviously, but when you've seen him walk around looking for the players, chatting with them, getting to know them, looks like we have an injury. We're going to take a quick break. I would guess that a hand was stood on or something like that. It's a timeout is being called. Donkeys player has gone down. Looks like he's okay. I can imagine it being very sore though. Doesn't want to go off the field. Wants to stick it out for his team, the Donkeys. And let's see what he can do. There's something about getting injured on the field, gutsing it out, working your hardest. It just feels good. It's like, I'm making this count extra for my team. The Eagles retaining possession as they work it up the field. Number 17 has the disc, looking for a throw, trying to get it off. The store count goes up. He hucks it long with a grab by the Eagles, making it 1-0 to the Hilton Eagles versus the Donkeys. Trusting everything is okay from the injury that took place a little earlier. Hopefully he'll be able to get his hand or whatever injured body part looked at and seen, so that he's able to play the continuation of the game and the remainder of the games left for this afternoon. Eagles changing up their line a little bit, putting on some fresh legs, really wanting to just go at it against the Donkeys, making sure that they get a good lead, a good start, so that they are able to keep that lead and hopefully, and for them, trustingly able to win the game. Donkeys eager to get going. They want to get back at it, make the scores 1-1, 2-1, 3-1. I don't know whatever is in their minds, but I'm sure that they're eager to score some points, get themselves on the score sheet. So let's see what this point will entail. Big pull from the Hilton Eagles, making it just before the end zone line. Donkeys starting off well, getting the swings, looking to see what they can do. Another swing up the field. Looks like he's still in a little bit of pain from what happened. Hopefully it won't affect his play and his throws too much. Good D from number 17 of the Hilton Eagles. Able to make it count. Currently looking to throw it up the field, get another score for his team. Oh, unable to make that work.
That just looked like it really took the edge straight into the ground. Sounded like it might have got a little bit warped, but it looks like it's still usable.
They're playing on with it. I recently saw an Instagram reel of why we don't spark our discs, and it was this player of a nationality I won't name throwing the disc straight into the floor, and you see the disc become a taco as it just folds in and of itself, and unplayable from that. So something like that happens to the disc, you just hope it's okay to continue playing. But donkeys are looking like they are making it count, getting up the field quite nicely, putting these passes together. Looks like it's a good D from the Hilton Eagles though. Keeping tight on their man. That seems to be the zone that they are running. But a good break from the defense from number 51, able to get his disc reset. And let's see what they can do. An attacking cut into the middle of the area that they're playing in. Good reset. Looks like it's going to be a throw to the end zone. Can they make it count? And they can. Donkeys tying that score up 1-1.
I've been doing well to work the disc up here. Some rage cuts from the handlers and a lot of patience from the donkeys, not trying to force it up like we saw in the previous game with the Rams and the Jackals. It was very end-to-end, very risky. But the donkeys, looks like they're trying to ingrain good decision-making early on. You know, it's not really about just hoying it and throwing caution to the wind and just backing your skills. It's about how you do it. Really focused on the process and focused on making those 100% passes.
And you see that identity probably come in from their main team. The fact that they have stood the test of time as probably the best team in South Africa to date. You really see it make its way into this under-20 team, a habit of good decisions, pulling the trigger at the right time to the right person, making sure those throws are good. And it's hopefully a culture that will be developed into these under-20 donkeys players, as they, I suppose, are going to be the next group to take on the baton from the donkeys team.
Literally the next generation, literally sons, daughters of a lot of those players. And what we saw in earlier games is the support from donkeys players. They came through in the afternoon, really giving a little bit of coaching, showing their support. They were in the comments for the first game and made their presence felt here. So the investment really felt, and it's very important for young Ultimate to get that investment from the older generations.
Something I'd love to point out is the cup that the donkeys are running. The tightest cup that I've seen so far on the Hilton Eagles, and it's really forcing the Eagles players to have to huck it long, enabling their last back to just clean up all the throws that are coming through. Really working well so far, as they now have possession of the frisbee, looking to swing it, pass it, weave it with some waffles. You'll see them make some good decisions, good throws so far. Good communication. I like this from the donkeys players. You hear shouts, you hear calls as they're wanting to receive the disc, express that they're open to receive the disc. Good decisions that I've seen all around from the donkeys team so far. Eagles running the man zone, which seems like it's working, as the donkeys aren't able to get as much ground as they might hope. But it looks like something big is about to happen as we see them slowly progress up the field, closer and closer towards the end zone.
Is it not there already?
Oh, that is unfortunate. Eagles turn, and it's a quick turn at that. Donkeys unable to establish their defense. And since it's such a tight cup, you have to establish it or set it immediately, because if you don't, the opposing team who's now on offense is able to walk through. And because they weren't able to set that up so quickly, the Eagles were able to capitalize and get that point, bringing it to 2-1 for the Hilton Eagles. Looks like someone's down on the field though. I don't know if that's the same donkeys player who got injured earlier.
Skylar has been nursing. He was hobbling in one of the games on the field one earlier, and there's definite signs of discomfort. Doesn't look serious, but certainly doesn't look comfortable. But what does look good is the support from the opposition here. You're really getting the feeling that this community is a community beyond just the teams, beyond the colors of the shirts that you're wearing. We're all in this together. We're all friends here. Probably went to school together.
Yeah.
And yeah, really just supporting one another here. And that's what you need for community to grow. So it's very exciting stuff.
Good support to see from the Hilton Eagles as they help an opposition player off the field as he's injured. Really encouraging to see. We've spoken about this before, the attitude and the love that the teams have for each other despite being on opposing sides. It's not about, oh, you're a Donkeys player, you're an Eagles player. It's, man, you're someone who I play Frisbee with, I play Frisbee against, but you seem to be in need right now, let me come and help. And that's really encouraging.
The humanity of it all. You're a person first. Before you're my opponent, you are a person. Yeah.
You might be wearing a white shirt, you might be wearing a blue shirt. At the end of the day, if I can see you need help, then I'll help.
Shout out. That's what we love to see.
Jackals managing to get the D, enabling them to get back on offense as they look to threaten the end zone with several players cutting in and out of there. Unfortunately, passed out wide and thrown out. Donkeys now get possession. Looks like timeout is being called.
Sounds like, or looks like the Donkeys are probably just going to make a plan here. We've seen this throughout the day. Good timeout calls. I haven't really seen many other teams do timeouts as much as the Donkeys. And just looks like a good moment to just recalibrate when you have the disc. Make sure that your plans are in place.
Yeah.
So not a bad decision.
Definitely. Getting their heads back on straight. I really love you see the experienced Donkeys players giving their input invaluable. You're speaking about world-class players who have won tournaments at a national level, able to coach and train and teach the younger generation as they now get the chance to prove their stripes, to put it all out on the Frisbee field and make it count for their club.
No doubt about that. This is the type of development that you want to see. Investment from older generations into the younger generations. And I've said it all day and I'm not going to stop saying it because it's a very vital part of growing a community. You literally need to invest into the next generation if you want to see the future of Ultimate getting better, the future of anything getting better.
Yeah.
It's common sense. It's simple.
Yeah.
Straightforward.
Here's a phrase for all you viewers out there. It says, "A city grows great when young men plant trees upon whose shade they will never rest."
Bars.
Meaning, they're going to plant trees, their time will come, they will pass, those trees will grow, and younger people will be able to rest in the shade, and the older people who planted those trees ages ago will never get to experience or see that. And I think that's somewhat of what we're seeing here, is the older generation teaching the younger generation, this is how you do it. This is what we used to do. It didn't work for us. Let's try this. This hasn't worked. This has worked. Let's encourage one another. Let's support each other, because we're only going to grow if we help. Only if we help each other does the sport of Frisbee in South Africa increase. In terms of numbers, people playing, but also in terms of skill and spirit.
And it's definitely looking beyond just yourself here. And that's a very vital part of this, as we see a deep hack here from Matthew Bishop. Well read from that Bonga, who unfortunately just couldn't come down with it. Big effort though.
That was a tremendous effort. Looks like there is a discussion that's taking place. I don't know if maybe a contact foul was called.
No, just checking the replay. It looked like there was just a little bit of contact, just a bump as he sort of landed. But didn't really have the best control of the disc.
Looks like Donkeys is going to retain possession, take it from outside the end zone.
Uncontested call there.
Big strides coming from the Donkeys as they look to capitalize and get the score.
How forward position. Thank you, very pleased. Matthew Bishop running in from the back, getting it and releasing it immediately.
Making it 2 for the Donkeys. They are able to get back on the score sheet, tying things up and keeping the game level, making it quite the contest between both these teams.
Some textbook ultimate from Matthew, timing his cut, receiving it and then for the score as well, timing that cut to get it as Matthew is still well ahead of his defender still trying to catch up. That's when you really need to pounce as a cutter.
Yeah.
Get yourself into open space and then get the disc into that open space.
Really going to see both teams tested out here as it's 3 o'clock on this Saturday afternoon. The heat is out, it's slightly humid, you feel hot as you're playing out in the field. Both these teams are going to need to dig deep to make it count, to get the win, get the scores for their team. Donkeys is now pulling to the Eagles. Big pull. Unfortunately, pulled just out. Eagles are going to be able to take it slightly upfield as they're able to set.
Oh, no brick called.
No brick. They want to tell the other team we can do it from anywhere.
Oh, and apparently they can.
We don't need a brick. We can just score as easy as a pickup, a pass, and a score. Just like that, Eagles makes it happen.
Just the amount of confidence on that, just looking for the gap in the zone. It looks like the deep just didn't see what was happening behind him. And you're going to need some support from the sideline for those types of calls.
Yeah.
If you're the last person back and you don't see that person behind you, it could be very, very dangerous, as we saw there today.
3-2 now for the Eagles, as that score, which was quite impressive, brings them to the lead against the Donkeys. We're going to have to see the Donkeys really pull it out of the hat for this one, as they need to bring things level to keep in this game. They're ready. Both teams look like they're about to get going.
And we just say goodbye to Dan. It's been a pleasure.
It's been a privilege being able to do this with you. Thank you so much for the conversations, the laughs. I would love to do this again in the future if ever there's the opportunity. So thank you so much.
No, not a problem, Dan. You'll be hearing from me in future. We'll be hearing from you as well, no doubt about it. But for now, the frisbee must go on, the show must go on, and Donkeys now have the disc looking to equalize. It's Matthew Bishop just looking for maybe a deep cut into that open zone. Directing traffic, directing it into the back corner. He's got the hands, but does he have the feet in the end zone? Still having a look, still having a discussion, and the call is out. The call is out. It's going to have to be taken in front of the end zone, on the front line. So an opportunity to equalize, just gone a begging, but good to see those deep shots taken. Can't fault the decision, it was well placed, maybe just a little bit more in curve, and would have gotten a certain score. Good cut there from, I believe it was Bonga. Over the top, into the space ahead of him, and a great catch. One throw away now. You'd feel the throw comes, the catch comes. And it seems that there's a call way earlier on the disc, maybe on the throw. Still seeing high fives. Still trying to figure out what the call is. Maybe a foul on the throw. Sounds like we have a turnover. Maybe it was a stall out. Was a Hail Mary throw. So you'd feel that stall out is the likely option. And there is the conversion that the Donkeys have been looking for. Just equalize the score. Tons of encouragement here from Donkeys players to their young players. They got the D that they looked for. And now, oh, the disc gets bubbled and bobbled and collected in the end by Matthew Bishop. Oh, well read and absolutely smashed down. As Bonga, just a little bit of a collision here. Hope it's nothing too serious. Just looks like really just trying to save that pass. Unfortunately, making some very, very hard contact with the Eagles player. Zone getting the Eagles in a little bit of trouble. Oh, a Hail Mary throw that was pinpoint accurate. But the pin was just too sharp. Matthew taking advantage of players being on the back foot and maybe just a little bit too eager there. Over the top, looking for it to connect, and you'd feel that eventually one of these passes would connect, and they have. A brilliant pass into the end zone for the Eagles. Eagles playing a really good game here. Definitely not coming in as the favorites, but making a huge difference. Eagles to get us underway. A forehand pull. Looks like it's going towards the front corner.
Are you calling me? No, you won't. Yeah? Okay. Let me fix that.
Eagles, donkeys here. Donkeys on the disc. Bishop picks it up. Finds NK. Disc still moving down the line. Good movement. Doing well to get the disc moving. On the line, on the cusp of the end zone now. Matthew coming into power position. The next pass wasn't there. Over the top, and it's just smacked out. Just beyond what the camera can see. Going for what you'd feel was a difficult pass. Back yourself to get it through though. That's good to see. Sideline trap here from the donkeys. Long option taken and read by Bishop and Mpaza. Oh, and once again, does not being attacked. Multiple deep options to attack, and in the back corner, an extremely well-placed shot. And another point here for the Eagles. Eagles A team really bringing the heat in this game. Expanding their lead, extending their lead rather. A very big pull that just exits the back right corner of the end zone. Looks like Matthew Bishop is going to break this one. Looks like the donkey setting up here in the host stack. Middle handler, two handlers on the side. Immediately a reset cut. Deep cut down the wing. Very, very active handlers here. Powerful forehand throw. Doesn't have enough float. Oh! Really appreciate the efforts. Unlikely that he was going to get that one. But the belief. It's all about the belief. Just see Jean here, getting some coaching, all that investment of time and energy into the young generation. Pressure on the handlers here. A good fake sold Matthew down the river. Still working hard to prevent the reset. Looks like there's a call here. Oh, it looks like it was a stall-out call. It's a turnover. And Donkey's on the disc. Matthew in power position. But there was no option. Finds the option now. A bit floaty, and it's come down. Come down with it. Has Keegan Smith, to the jubilation of his coaches, to the jubilation of all the Donkeys fans. Skylar with a big forehand pull. Hilton Eagles pick it up. And no options for the reset. They just send it right back. Once again, isolated in the back is an Eagles cutter. They've done well to come back and score. Now have the Eagles, like the zone, just got very eager to shut down that pull. And eventually a point scored here for the Eagles. They've done well in this half to take their options. Lots of options open downfield. And they have not hesitated one bit to take them. That's why they're currently in the lead here. Good decisions, good execution is what's gotten them a good lead here of 2 points, 6-4. the Eagles and the Donkeys. 6-4 here at the Uprising tournament in KZN. We're here in Lions River at the Polo Club. We're having a good time. We've been treated to some great ultimate frisbee. And we are in the penultimate game of the tournament, the penultimate round before the final. And it's the Donkeys who'll be pulling to the Eagles. Ball comes in, Eagles field it quickly. Get some gaining. It's a big zone, tons of activity here in the front, but in the deep is where they've been caught vulnerable in the zone. A lot to learn for the young guns here of the Donkeys. About shutting down those deep options. As you can see, a lot of work to do for the lone deep ranger. The Eagles will just keep eating off that. And we tried to shut that down, putting them under a lot of pressure. But the Eagles have been responding quite well to that zone. A good roll that just rolls away from Bishop. A Hail Mary throw, high stall counts, all for territory. Man mark is the call from the coaches. A big put just shy of the end zone. One throw away, and makes no mistake to extend this lead here for the Eagles. Looking very, very sharp. Somehow every single deep option that they're taking seems to be going to hand. The Eagles are soaring at the moment. Constant chatter from the sidelines here from Joan. Over the top, good hands here. NK, great reset to the handler. Matthew over the top. Oh, and no one could come down with that. As we see an Eagles player down. I was hoping he's okay. There's nothing too serious. unfortunately just hit the hands a little bit too hard. So good D to prevent that first open pass. NK wide open, a Blady throw, oh, and a phantom D. Just does enough here to get the Donkeys player off his game. Done well to get this to the other side of the field, really using its width. Over the top, looking for two receivers. But over and out here for the Donkeys. A good reset and a big throw here, deep into the end zone, a bit too big. The execution errors coming in. This is a different game you're playing here. You're playing a game against your energy rate dropping. It's hard to keep that concentration up. Things that usually seem very, very simple are extra hard now. A high Blady throw. Somehow it's come down with here for the Eagles. Great hands for the Hilton side. A little bit too hard for her receiver. And capitalizing on a mistake here are the Eagles. Looks like what's going to be necessary to get over the line here. Just being a bit cleaner and a bit more clinical than the opposition. It's been a long day of ultimates for all parties concerned. Over the top here from Matt, but you just feel like the angle is just running away, running out the field. It was a good look, a good option. Eagles setting up now. More reset options. Difficult to take. Despite that, still coming down with the disc. Here's the Eagles player. They keep it moving. Oh! Fingertips. Literally fingertips. Great grab here from Captain Josh. I've done well to center the disc now. Have the Donkeys looking for an option. Oh, just coming a little bit too late. Oh, and a brilliant take from the Eagles player to make it 10. Eagles now 1 point away from taking it home. Going home with a big upset here. Match point here for the Hilton Eagles. And a timeout called by the Donkeys. Donkeys on the disc after a timeout. Immediately after fielding the pull. Match point here against the Eagles. Oh, lots of space here for Mpanza. Doing well to get the disc reset. Great cut. Well used here. Matthew in power position, just looking for one more cut. After that throw, Mpanza once again make himself available. Over the top, and this one just behind the receiver. As we see 3 receivers making themselves available here for the Donkeys, for the Eagles. Bring a support run away here for big gainers. And you can literally just feel the energy here. It's energy sapping. We've had game after game here today. Oh, great hands. The final throw possibly, and it is. And it is. Eagles have gone home with the win here. Great hands, and then just one throw. Fantastic catch to wrap up the game here for the Eagles. They take it 11-4. And they'll be very, very proud of themselves, pulling off the upset. Did not come in as favorites, but came out as the winners of this game.